Welcome everyone to tonight's expert game. My name is Intel as your host, and I'm here joined by Navina.
What up, what up? What it do?
And we're here watching the San Francisco Glocks versus Z9. Both teams coming off of a 3-0 loss, so they're both looking for their first win. And I don't have very much information on these teams besides from a couple of names that I recognize. But how do you think this match is going to go so far, just from the names, Navina?
If I remember correctly, isn't SF Glocks? So I'm gonna just assume SFG is gonna do well. Also, I know Pascal's the deadlift carry. I do recognize some names from last season, like Joel, MK, Juice. So I do think though SFG will just probably roll it over, but C9 has like a solid team.
Yeah. We are going to be going to Nepal first, which is what are the compositions that are heavily favored within the expert area for this composition?
Wait, what? Say that again.
I said, what do you think are the more favored compositions in expert on Nepal?
I would assume a lot of Shadow Dive, but I also think at expert level we're going to see a lot of just the Sombra Reaper, Diva, Moira, Lucio comps, as well as I think I wouldn't be surprised to see some Vara.
Yeah, we're seeing a brawl with the Reaper Sombra, and then we're seeing the dive with Brig Moira.
I do now. MK is definitely switching to Lucio, bro. There's no Brig in 2020. This isn't happening, bro. No.
Oh, I fucked up the overlay. Damn it. Oh well.
If I see Brig in 2020, I cry.
No, they're gonna be switching. Yeah, they're gonna be switching to the Lucio, so that's not that big of a deal. Both teams. Who has the advantage going into this fight? The major difference are the tanks.
I think Ryan Czar has a lot more ability to brawl on point here, which is if you want to do point control, it's probably pretty good. But I think Winston Diva has better off in an open fight.
Yeah, look at that. Glacial immediately getting Juice, just walking inside the barrier, ignoring everything, the hack not being going off. They're kind of split right now as they're just looking to find any value. But look at that. San Fran are just going to walk all over them, immediately taking the fight towards them. They want to get picks, but they're not able to, having to back out immediately. The moment they got Juice, they just shut down the fight. That was an amazing first pick from Glacial.
Yeah, I mean, overall, they just walked in and killed the monkey. And the Zarya allows you to do that because you can bubble your Reaper, and the Reaper can just walk at the Winston for free. He can't get hacked. He can't really get anything. He's just as invulnerable as you walk at him. And that's what's nice. That's why Ryan's sometimes better because he can hold shield up and survive with bubble from the Rosaria. But as you see though, Juice is now switching to the Ryan. And
yeah, we're gonna be seeing close to a mirror with this. The hack not being able to come up. Now they're going in with the brawl. Look at that, Joshua immediately going down by Jolt, and this is giving Z9 the ability to start walking on a point. The Coalesce has popped out from both teams, looking to stall this out. They want to get as much percentage as possible. Graviton Surge now popped out. They're looking to get any ult pick, and Jetpick manages to get Jolt. The fight may be turning back, as Glacial is going to be able to get Juice, and Z9 are not able to follow up on anything. Beast is going to be getting Dashy now, and the Sombra's just getting out of there, and now they just have to retreat. Moira is going down, and honestly, what went wrong there? Would you say the Zarya is what gave them the edge to stall that fight out?
They built ults, the Beast used to commit scrap, they do all these things, and they're just able to play at a much faster pace because of the differentiation in tank ults. At the beginning, Joshua is almost to Shatter, Juice is only 62, they just have a much...
Yeah, look, EMP, Death Blossom, charge coming out, Jolt is gonna get Jazza, and then the counter EMP coming out, Sound Barrier, now they're looking to take the fight in, Diva Bomb coming out, not finding anyone, Beast does get Jolt, so now they're taking out the fight, and even when they pop out the EMP, and it seemed they got a good amount of people, and San Fran are just playing better, it seems.
I think that Z9's not really sticking together as a team as much. I saw Jolt get killed because he was ahead of his tank, because Ryan wasn't there to help shield him and keep him alive. Dash is on the far left, and just gets demeched and bombs to remech.
Now they just want to touch point. Look at that. Jolt immediately using the Death Blossom, looking to get anything. He's going to get hacked, and Glacial's going to finish him off. Now the Grab looking to finish them. And honestly, they're just barely even able to touch point, as Joshua's going to finish everyone off.
Yeah.
Joshua.
Yeah, Juice didn't even get to use a Shatter.
What is Z9's like, major issues for those fights?
They're kind of like they're kind of just getting shit on, to be honest. Like I like. Okay, so what I'll say is it's like they're not using ults quickly at all. Like they're not playing proactively. They're playing super reactively. Like they're taking space and stuff, but they're letting SFG just kind of walk all over them in terms of everything else. Ults in terms of everything.
Yep. It seems Z9 also wants to stick onto the Diva, but Pascal's going to be going onto the Baptiste. I don't know if that will really affect them too much going into this, but now the fight's going to be going in as they meet up in the Shrine. Both fights coming in. Hack not being able to come off, bubble out early. Now they're going into the fight. Diva charging in, but now having to back out slowly. They're now looking... Jisha's now down as Juice is managing to move up. Beast is going to be taking out Juice. And now the fight's kind of staggering itself slowly as Jepic is going to be able to get Jolt and sway the fight into their favor. Now they're just looking to pick off Z9 and the fight is going to go straight to Sanfran.
Much better initiation from Z9, I'll say that. But once they get a pick, they split entirely. Right, it's like, and then it allows SFG's better individual players, just looking at it, to be able to just get the picks and win. Like, there's nothing really much more to say than that, because Pascal's just kind of doing damage for free. That's why he's on the BAP.
They're going to be using their amplification matrix field really early, and look at that, they're going to push on it as Glacial is going to get juiced, and now they're just adding on the pure aggression. There's nothing Z9 can do besides from start to back out. They're using their ult early, and honestly, it seemed to be in their favor.
Yeah. It's, again, they have the extra healing, they have the extra damage from Pascal's window, like, and then Z9 kind of scatters and just gets rolled. The way SFG is playing, they're playing much slower, but when... Oh wow.
Yeah, look at that. Shatter gets blocked, and now the counter shatter coming from Juice is coming out because of the EMP. It was just able to be thrown out, and now the grab is starting to get people. MK going down, Juiced, but getting Joshua, or what I'm speaking so fast I can't even remember, as they're going to be taking Shrine, and now they're going to be evening it up. And Pascal's just trying to back out, but it looks like he's just staggering himself as Z9 are going to be able to get that.
I would say EMP difference is really the big thing right there. Like, I just, Z9 like was able to capitalize off the ultimates there. Jepic uses beat and doesn't really get a whole ton of value. But what's nice is like they have window again, they have Blossom going into it. But actually, I think Z9 has the ult advantage here with the bomb, beat, and blossoms. So if they play it correctly, this should be fine.
Yeah. They're now taking the fight slowly, the field coming out, and they're going to be using it to give them more space and room. The hack's going on Jepic. Now the Diva Bomb coming out, looking for anyone. It finds Beast. The Immortality coming out, and since that's gone, they're now taking the chance to use the Death Blossom, looking for any pick. Glacial gets two. He's going to be, the runner able to get three. Now Coalescence is looking to save this fight, but Shatter is going to be able to get them just in the corner, and unfortunately, that's going to end the fight for Z9.
I think they should have, like, they have the Lucio. I would have full committed, beated, and, like, pushed past the window. They're playing too scared of, like, the Pascal damage. They have to, like, minimize that impact. And then they gave up point for free.
Look at that. The EMP coming out, they only have around 2 seconds to touch, but Dashi is able to get beat. They're using the Sound Barrier to allow themselves to engage. Z9 has the advantage as Glacial is only able to get juiced, but it doesn't matter as he's the only one left on point, and he's going to be going down, swinging this back to Z9.
Tap without his immortality, without his cooldowns, gives him a lot easier target to kill, isn't as scary, and they were able to just capitalize on it. For some, I don't know how Juice lived there, dude. He was like on the corner and just somehow lives. That was like the big things I noticed right there.
Yep, now they're going to be going off. Remember, this is one fight territory, so Juice's Shatter, he wants to be able to do something with it. Look at that, the field coming out. Glacial was a bit too far up, but it doesn't matter as the field, as the Immortality is going to keep him alive. And now they're starting to take this fight. Z9 are now stuck. They're in the stagger phase. Everyone on their team is just gone. It's at 99%. And now Sanfran has just capped point. Juice going onto the bubble. I don't think he's going to be able to make it. He's now speeding on. Just barely. The Sombra touches the point and is now hacked. Juice does go down in the ensuing chaos, and all that's no. Moira doesn't even get the touch. Reaper's gonna try and not be able to, and that is immediately going to San Francisco Glocks.
Yeah, I think it's like a big tempo difference right now because like they're respecting Pascal a ton and just giving him so much space and like not trying to prevent, like, if you barrel stuff at Baptiste, it becomes a lot harder for him to get the damage value that Pascal's giving. But he's building windows so much because, like, I think that as Z9's playing too slow, and in the longer fights, you know, a Bap's going to get more value than a Moira. Like, the whole point of running the Moira Lucio is to win fights quickly, and Z9 was not doing that.
Honestly, that's 100% true. Every time the fight was starting, San Francisco just immediately would pop an ult, start it, and then Z9 looked uncomfortable, would start backing up, putting themselves into an unfavorable position.
I would agree. Yeah. I don't know, like
the Z9 just need to, like, not be scared, just start inting.
I wouldn't know, I don't think it's as simple as that. Like, yes, I do think they're playing a bit scared, right? But I also think, like, it's more so the fact that they have to be more mindful about the space they are allowing them to take. Yes, I want them to play more confident, but in general, they just have to play, like, they can't give up space for free, you know? It's like tanking 101. Like, if you give up space for free, the enemy team can do whatever they want. You want to control the tempo of the game and not let the other team control the tempo for you. You want to set the pace yourself.
What about Z9's insistency on running the D.Va instead of the Zarya? You think that, like, kind of harmed them more than helped?
I think if they played as fast as they should have, then it would have been fine. But, like, in longer fights, so SFG's comp is built to win in longer fights. Zarya builds energy, Bap builds ultimate. In these longer fights, Bap and Zarya get more value than the front-loaded comp of Moira Lucio. So the longer the fight goes, the more and more value SFG gets. So you have, like, I don't think the team is a bad pick. I just don't think they played it correctly, if that makes sense.
Oh, that 100% makes sense. We're just waiting on both teams to kind of come up with the idea, and so going on to the next map type, who just from what you saw in there, who do you think has the advantage so far? Because
SFG.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
Like, it's
they're just playing at a faster tempo. That is, maybe it's because they're a bit.
I don't even think they're playing faster. I think they're just controlling the tempo. Because, like, as I said, like, you know, the idea of their composition isn't necessarily just play fast. Like, let's play fast, forehead. It's more so they want to control space and do damage over time and allow their Baptiste to get ultimate value. They're playing that very well and not giving space for free and taking space when they need to. Like, they are controlling the tempo. I don't know if my words made sense.
No, it 100% makes sense because tempo is. Would you say, like, one of the most important things, or, like, the most important thing in Overwatch?
I mean, I think it is probably the most because it goes into every little bit of the game, like everything else inside the game, right? If you have slow tempo, it just knocks everything else out of sync.
Yeah, like, okay, so we are either going to Kings, Ike, and Hollow. Oh, we're going to Eichenwald. It's what they've chosen. I was going to ask you, which map do you think Z9 need to play? That
Ike is so much better for them because if they play King's Row, I feel like the Rhine-Zar variation's just going to shit on them. Because, like, I don't know if they're just not comfortable running the Rhine-Zar mirror. Like, they did for part of Nepal, but then didn't.
I think they might want to play a bit more the monkey.
Yeah. I don't know, like, if they, like, Eichenwald will be much better for the monkey, so I am okay with that. I just think that, in general, they have to be mindful of the pace that they're playing at and play proactively instead of reactively. Like, the thing is, I don't know, like, we are watching expert games, which is ideally, like, a higher level of Overwatch than everything else we've seen. And yeah, this is definitely a lot cleaner, so, like, the mistakes are a lot more minute. than if I was watching like a novice or intermediate game or even advanced. But the mistakes are still there nonetheless. Like the same root issues come into Overwatch, where the team that controls the tempo and plays the pace they want to play and does it correctly wins the game. And right now that is SFG, and they're really going on whatever like they're trying to put Pascal on whatever allows Pascal to just play more carry heroes than more Moira.
Look at that, Z9 also right onto the monkey. This is definitely they must be really confident in wanting to play this.
Well, I mean, Monkey can control Chokesy really well as the high ground and second point's really good for him. So I like the Monkey pick. I really do. It just depends on how well Joshua plays the Rhine here.
Yep. Now they're going to be walking out. A bit of scouting done by the Lucio, so they have some sense of what's happening. Now they're meeting up the choke. This is where the teams are going to have to be careful. The first person to make the mistake will lose, as it looks like Red X is now kind of on top of the bridge looking. They're just kind of interacting with each other. Beast going almost half, but still fine. Z9 taking a lot of poke as MK is gonna get hacked and is barely 1 HP, but is gonna get healed. Juice going low, and Joshua is gonna be taking him down. Now they don't have a monkey for the engage, and it's just cleanup at this point.
Not gonna lie, I had to alt tab for a second, so I didn't watch that. But SFG won. Lit. They're 76 on ult. I'm assuming that they kind of just held them at the choke and didn't allow. Yeah, see, now you see the Rhine, because it's hard to walk in on the Rhine Zarya's monkey, and if you use your mobility, you just get melted by the Reaper. So it is a bit rough playing into it.
As well as Jazz is there ready to hack just to stop any mobility from escaping. Look at that, they're immediately rotating on the side of point. The Coalescence and Nano coming out. They're now looking to find anything. The massive EMP is going to be able to help get Juice. And then MK is now done, as they're just looking to finish off the Reaper. And now Z9 are once again sending back, going back to the spawn room.
Hello.
Navino, again, just,
I definitely had my mic up and didn't hear anything. I have a boom mic and it was I'm an idiot. Basically, I don't know. Did you hear anything I was saying?
No.
All right, lit. Well, EMP Shatter's a cool combo. Yeah, it's hard to walk into Rhine Zarya as a Winston, so I like the switch.
Look at that. The EMP coming out of Z9. They're going to be using the sound barrier to try to stall this
Big
out.
purple.
The counter sound barrier coming out of Master Purple. Beast is going to go down now, but Glacio's going to even it up with a 3-case Death Blossom.
That EMP, I feel like that EMP was a little half-baked. Like, he has to hit a lot of people, but literally you have no follow-up, because Juice just gets antied and hacked immediately. And it's like, why? You know? So...
And by far, like, they're the most important ultimate on their team, right? Well, grab being used really early. They want to stop them from being able to make a full regroup, as Glacial is just going to be able to get 2. And they're looking to finish off Jolt, but he's going to be able to go back into spawn, being saved by Red X.
Yeah. Good aggressive hold there, like they're doing what they need to do.
Now Azula's going to be they're getting ready. They're setting up for the point, but they need to start. Look at that EMP immediately out, and then the Shattered Death Blossom coming out. It's going to be getting Jetpick, but Beast is going to get Jolt in return. Now the Diva Bomb coming out, looking for anyone it can. Is going to be able to get Jazz. They're starting to want to even up the fight. All that's left on Sanfran are the tanks. They have no supports besides from the Ana, but Pascal is being pressured. However, he's going to be backed up into a safer spot, because Z9 aren't adding any type of pressure onto them. But now the EMP is going to come out. They're looking to finish this off as fast as they can, but they don't find any picks from it. There was no one for the follow-up, but they do take point pressure. Grab now picked up, and Juice is going to be popping Shatter, looking to finish anyone up, but Joshua is just there in the backline and is able to get the key pick, bringing this up. And what went wrong with Z9? It looked like they had the opening that they wanted.
They EMP the Zarya and Red X full commits, and I felt like no one else committed onto the Zarya. But the thing is, like, Beast was still full energy, and he was able to burn the Zarya so much. Oh, here we go. Wow.
And Joshua immediately using Shatter. They don't even want them to touch the point.
Wow.
It's a tempo difference, if you ask me.
Yeah. Like, I'm a loss for words because I am watching people that I think are legitimately good at the game. In many ways, just get shit on. Like, just get absolutely fucking shit on.
I think
Actually, how much can I cuss? That is a great question.
Yeah,
okay, got it. Thank you, Acri. Thank you for that heads up.
report that to your manager if you do it again, you know?
Oh, yeah, bro. Yeah, but they're getting clapped.
Yeah, like, if you ask me, it seems like Z9 are just not on the same page compared to San Fran. Like, with San Fran, when they move in together, they're moving as a unit.
I will say this isn't even, like, a difference of so much, I think, like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, I am watching, people that are good at the game, that are, SFG obviously has to make choices about, like, if they were just, like, not caring about this game, they wouldn't have backed up, gave up the tick, recontested, done all those things, and played it smartly, right?
Yeah.
But they did. So, like, it is a mixture. Like, I want people to know that, like, these teams, like, Z9 isn't bad individually. It's just SFG is better.
Yeah, well, honestly, yeah. And all San Fran needs to get is about a tick and a half. So this is either 1 fight to 2 fight. And look at that! Immediately a hack goes on the anti, and then they just get juiced. They're getting Red X. As Azul is able to get Jishta and Glacial, so this might even up the fight. But they are just barely missing the tick. But Beast and Jepic are gonna start getting picks. All that's left is Lucy on point. He's gonna get a tick. He gets off the point, and he's almost a Z9. Almost. Just barely.
MK just kill 4.
I think he did.
That's funny as hell. MK, you're god.
Yeah, the fight was so messy. I was trying to say as much as I can, but you know, they just barely stopped. I think if Jepic was on that point for even a second longer, he would have been able to cap that. And now look, they're taking the fight where they want it straight onto the point, and Z9 need to have pressure on this point. If they get off for a second, that's more tick. Jepic and Glacial going down into this fight. It looks like San Fran are now being smothered together. They're trying to back out, not die and stagger themselves any more than they already are. But Jazz is going to be split. The Shatter coming out. It's not able to find anyone, and he's going to be paying for it with his life, as now he's having to back out. Beast manages to get the Reaper, and is still going away with all that charge and surviving with a Graviton. I think it's really bad that they let B survive with like 80 plus charge.
I would tend to agree. But at the same time, like, they took the fight when they want to reset. They don't have, like, the space to give them. They can't even give a tick.
Look at that. Oh. Both EMPs coming out to Death Blossom. It's going to be able to get Beats. It's getting Jazz with the 2K. The Coalescence coming out. All that's left on Jisha is the Nano, but he's not able to do anything. There's no follow-up, and look at that. They were barely just a meter to be capping that point, and now they have to be going back to the spawn room.
Wow. So this is what I'll say. One thing that's changed from their attack to defense, now Jolt is on the Sombra, and I believe Azali is Peter? Right? Is that Peter? Okay. Oh, as soon as I say this, I was about to compliment their DPS for doing better on the swap rolls. But then Jolt just gets picked.
Yeah, now they're going into the 5v6, but a massive shatter. The grab now coming out to even it up. Glacial is just able to get so much value with the Death Blossom, and now that's going to be laying out. It is the Diva Bomb. All that's left is as he's going to be going down immediately as Navino is wanting to compliment. It's now over as San Francisco Glock.
I think Red X has to eat that grab, dude. I don't know. I would go back and watch it and see, but I think Red X has to eat that grab.
Well, he has to. That's one of their biggest winning conditions.
Was he? No, Red X was just staring at him. Was he hacked?
Yeah, like I think he had a brain fart or something. Like, we'd have to go back.
As soon as you hit the big shatter, you should know. Okay. Like, I also gotta say, like, this is a grain of salt. Like, we can say so many things, like, that could have been different, you know, because, like, but we're spectators, right?
Yeah.
And if Red X eats that grab, because, like, Juice hit a shatter. He did something. He didn't get abused. He hits a shatter. And then they just get grabbed and die.
No, yeah, like I feel when you're Z9, if you want that, your idea is they pretty much can win a team fight with just the grab. Like you shut down that grab, then what? San Francisco have to try a bit harder when going into the team fight.
Agree, dividing. Was Red X hacked or did he just not eat it?
I don't think he was hacked.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Okay, so if he was on the tail end, okay, then you really can't do it. That's just a really good hack from Jazza, to be honest. Like, that was such a nice shatter. That just feels bad, man.
Yeah, it's kind of unlucky. We're going to be going on to Escort. And Z9 looked a bit more impressive compared to map 1. At least at that last part. They managed to hold it, be getting close to a minute. And I don't know, do you think that's going to be helping Z9 into the next map? Because they played a bit better. But does that really make a difference?
I think it does. I think it, their defense shows signs of life. And then, so I think it does bode well for them later on. But yeah, I can't even.
It looks like we are going to Dorado. And this is at least for the lower divisions, a favorable map when it comes to Pharah. You think we'll be seeing a flying Junkrat in the sky? Or will we continue to see the brawl with the Reaper Sombra?
We're just going to see brawl.
We're just going to see brawl?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're watching Goats.
Bro, it plays very similarly to like Shadow Dive plays really a lot like Winston Goats because it's a lot about cooldown rotations and not like almost the entire in the mirror anyway. The entire composition is based off around abusing cooldown mismanagement. So, Joshua, please don't be sad. Yeah, honestly, I'm at a loss for words at points. One, because I'm hungry, and I was gonna go get dinner, and then I was told I had to cast a game.
Why you're casting? Just do both.
Yeah, well, bro, because I don't cook.
You don't cook?
So, no, because, one, I have a George Foreman little, panini press little...
Dude, make a panini!
Yeah, bro, but I don't have any bread or anything. Because your boy doesn't go grocery shop. I work at Chick-fil-A, man. You think I eat for free 90% of the time. But there's only so much chicken you can eat.
Look, dude, I get you. Can't you just go to a store of anywhere? They're open this late.
Dude, yes, but my point is I've eaten Chick-fil-A I eat Chick-fil-A probably 5 out of the 7 days a week because it's free. I've had everything on their menu, bro. Everything.
Yeah, but look, we're gonna be seeing Shock come on to a Hog Diva competition that's very different than what we were expecting. While Z9 are running the Brawl competition, the standard, it's pretty interesting. Can you give me a bit of insight?
They just want to abuse damage and use the sight lines. And now Peter's being chased by the Tracer and he might go down. But
Red X immediately, it just gets bursted by a damage-boosted headshot. There was absolutely nothing he could do to save himself.
This is where you run the Winston Diva Shadow Dive if you want to beat them. Because they have vertical mobility. You know what doesn't have vertical mobility?
Juice? Juice doesn't have vertical mobility.
Until he gets hooked up there, which he just did.
Yeah, but Red X is switching to the Diva. We might see... Nope, they're staying on... They're wanting to stick onto the right art. I mean, the fight's going slowly. Z9 don't want to commit to anything. They don't want to have anyone be sent to the respawn. But it looks like they're going underneath the map. They want to be going onto the high ground. They want to specifically move Jazza off there. Jazza's getting a majority of their damage done, especially with the damage boost. It's just absolutely massive. Diva Mech is going low. He's having to back out just to be a little careful. Now they've met on the base, but Jazza gets the Moira, and that puts them at a disadvantage. They have less healing. They have to rely on the Lucio speed boost to rotate around the point, and now they're walking close. They want to take out Joshua, And look at that, the 3 people on just the Roadhog, and now he goes down. But Jazza is going to be able to get juice, and Glacial is getting Red X, so even though they got the Roadhog, they're going to be going back to the spawn.
Yeah, I mean, like, they're playing the comp correctly. They're just kiting for days, using Discord to burn targets, and then the damage boosted Ash can just free farm. And they haven't even committed, the only ultimate that's been committed so far has been Pulse Bomb.
Yeah, Jolt does have the EMP, so... Oh, but the bomb is used early for this fight, kind of back onto the point. So mostly everyone on Z9 is able to just block or hide from it, but he's still there. He's going to be able to get hacked. Then now the payload underneath the bridge. Diva Bomb coming out on the side of San Fran, and he's going to be able to get to Moira. But either way, there's two down on the side of Z9. Azula does manage to get the Ashe and the Mercy, but the fight's already over. His team is gone, but this gives them the advantage coming into the next fight if San Francisco don't regroup fast enough.
They should be fine. Like the picks on them are huge, so at least gives them a regroup where they don't have to push into the same crossfire again. And so now, if I was them, I would just speed onto this diva, just burn the diva, keep going, and like you just have to walk. Oh,
now the Roadhog immediately, and now he's using his whole hog to finish and get the second pick. Now the third pick, he's beaten. San Francisco are just able to play free. That's honestly, I think, the best word to describe.
Yeah, I would agree.
I feel like they're not being punished as much as they should be with everything that they're doing. And now they have less than a minute, the payload, and now they still have to wait about 10 seconds or so for Redix to respawn. And
I'm watching Juice passively build a shatter over 4 minutes.
He's been taken out first and mostly every fight, and now look, Trans is coming out just to save the Roadhog. Death Blossom is being used, but it's not going to be... No, it gets Glacial. Now the charge coming out is going to be able to get Beast the Res. Now going on to Glacial. They want to stagger this out. That's really good. The Tracer's able to burst down most squishies into this fight. And the payload being moved, they want to be able to cap this. They want to be able to have another chance and not be full health. And Jazz is now going down, so the respawns are now being reset. They want to get Pascal, but he manages to live and get MK. That it's still favorable on the side of Z9. They just need to have the aggression. The Diva Bomb being used for this fight, it isn't able to find anyone, but it does force Beast to get off the point, and with that, they're going to be able to cap, and Beast is just being staggered in the back of the payload. But no, they're just going to be passing them out.
Yeah, they got a good engage there. They were able to, like, once you take out Chief Damage Dealer or one of the healers, it's hard for them to do like as much as they want to do, because like the whole point of their comp is to just burn discorded targets and have damage to so many angles that your diva can't do anything about it. And like that's why Ryan is so difficult to run into.
Yeah,
he took the passive shatter, bro.
Yeah, but look, Juice switches to the monkey, and then Azul gets Jazza. They use the Reg for Pascal, and he's back there, but they still have an EMP for this next fight coming up. If that gets Pascal, he's pretty much dead, and Beast is going to be able to burst down Juice.
He just got melted, bro. That feels bad moment.
They do get the Hog and the Mercy, so Z9 are just trying to savor this fight. The Transcendence gets used. I think they heard the Sombra and just got worried. Glacial does manage to get the Reaper, so now they're looking to get this. Jolt uses the EMP. They want to commit it with the Coalescence. They're looking to just survive this. Now, the counter Diva Bomb coming from Beast, going down onto the point. It's not able to find anyone as it goes inside of the bubble. But it looks like Redix is going to be hit by the hook. They're having to back out. San Francisco aren't taking a clean engage. And Z9 are abusing this. They're taking the fight towards them. And I think, no, but Jazza gets the MK. And I think with this monkey composition, this is better for their composition. But Joshua is able to get Juice. And now the fight's out of their turn. They're less than a minute. Death Blossom coming out. But they're going to be able to get Azula out of that fight. And that was a mouthful. They never really finished it. They kept staggering each other once in. And what went wrong for Z9 there?
I think they got too split. Like, they moved on to several different targets. They didn't really fully commit to a single target. And thus, like, that's how this comp picks you apart. Is like, half of you commits on the Roadhog, half of you commits on the Ashe. And then the Roadhog kills one or two and just survives while everyone peels for your Ashe. And then you kill the other three. Right? Because all the Roadhog has to do is survive. One of the two angles just has to survive. Because you can collapse onto the other one.
Before the fight even starts, Juice is half health, and they're looking to rotate straight onto Joshua. Joshua. I have an accent, right? I can't. I suppress it. Now the fight's going in. They're going to be trying to block out Beast. Who's able. They're going to use Sound Barrier very early onto this fight. Coalescence already built. Juice gets Beast, so now the fight swung in. Coalescence used halfway across the map, and now they're looking to stop Jazza from being able to do anything. Bob does get placed onto the point, not able to stall it out, and now he's out. All that's left is the Roadhog trying to just stall the point out. Tracer is the only one on this point. Glacial is going down, so they might be able to cap, but no, Beast is going to be contesting. Pascal manages to get Juice, but there's no one really able to contest besides from Beast. There's only so much he can do, as he's now going to be demeched and picked off like an actual cockroach, and now they're going in with less than a minute 30.
Yeah. Much better there. They burned Beast. Because, like, what they did was they all went on one target, right? And when the Diva tries to peel, they can then burn the Diva. The thing is, they have to burn the peelers. They have to burn the people that come back for them. Because the Hog doesn't have the mobility to do it, right? So as long as you're playing as a ball, and you, like, are moving as a unit against these people, you'll be able to more effectively burn targets. As I'm about to watch Peter die in the backline.
Oh, and look at that. Glacial immediately gets the Reaper, so the fight's now swung in as Roadhog's now going to be able to get the Monkey. So Z9 have to back out if they want any chance for another regroup.
Hey.
How do you see this next fight going off? Like, what is
if Pascal doesn't get hit by EMP, it's a GG. But if they hit Pascal with EMP, they probably get it all the way to the end, and then they'll recontest with ults. I do not see Z9 finishing this map.
Well, they're going to be going on high ground. They want to attempt to prove massive EMP, but the Trance still comes out. The Bob now getting Joel. The Diva Bomb manages to get Jazza. The Bob is bursted down. All that's left is Azul with the Death Blossom managing to get. They managed to kick off everyone even. So now all that's left is about half the team from San Francisco. They're wanting to wait for the stall. And we're going to be going into overtime for Z9. Now they're taking their time going on to this point. They're waiting for the full regroup. Beast is kind of touching the point, but it's going to be bursted down immediately. The Sound Barrier, Joshua is going to be using the... And look at that, the EMP gets used, but they don't really have much follow-up for it. And look at that, Navino, you have to eat your own words as Z9 manages to cap the entire...
Yeah, that's a caster curse, my dudes. Caster curse. Pascal got kind of unlucky because he got the... Like, he covered the EMP, right, with the Trank. And yes, they get a pick with the bomb anyway. But what really screwed them was Pascal gets launched over the edge, into that enemy's backline, cause the explosion launched him in Trank form, and thus he gets picked. So if Pascal just sits back, they probably can stabilize.
Do you think this is Z9's resurgence?
No. No. No.
No?
No. I'm sorry, Z9. You guys did look a lot better on this map, I will give you that.
Yeah, we are going to be seeing the mirror play. I wonder...
Bro, look. If it comes to a mirror... No.
That's the most cool... honestly, what if you're caster cursing them?
Bro, I hope I caster curse them, because I don't want to cast a 3-0. Look, it's easy to I did warn Ackery when I applied the cast that my casting is kind of a shitpost, and here we are. But
yo, we're gonna need your manager. Heard you. Look at that! Immediately, they're San Francisco are scouting. It's gonna be a direct mirror, so whichever team either. Well, the win condition. What is the win condition for both of these teams mirroring?
Force out cooldowns first, or they catch Jazz. This is a great one.
Yeah, Jazz gets hacked, he's stuck, and just immediately just melted. So now Jepic goes low, they're meeting under the bridge, Hack goes right onto Glacial, they're having to back out. They don't manage to get picked off, so thankfully they won't be waiting more as Jazz is immediately back, and just, they are kind of poking slowly at each other, waiting for someone's cooldown to go down as Glacial gets hacked and Jolt gets hacked on the counterplay. They're meeting inside of this corner. They're not able to get picks, but Pascal builds the Coalescence, choosing it early, and with that, they manage to get the Reaper. Now they're pushing in hard aggressive. Juice is gonna go down, and they demech Redix, and they're managing to get him down. All that's left is the Lucio. Sombra's just hiding away, and Lucio's gonna be going down. I think Pascal really won it for them with the Coalescence there.
So, I just gonna say this: Pascal built ult much quicker than Marquis, which like in this whoever gets ults first kind of wins like the neutral fight, and they built ults first, and yeah, that's all there is to it.
Yeah,
looks like Joel have EMP first, so.
All right, yeah, that is the benefit. So that means they should, in theory, have a team fight win. But look at that, Jazza immediately goes down. This is what they want to take. The question is, will they invest the EMP? And it seems like they don't want to, which is, I think, the best plan. The last thing they want to do is use one of them. Look at that, even though they didn't have the first ult built, now Z9 has almost all 6. Navina, how do they lose this? They have 6 ults.
I don't think they do, but if the only way they would lose it.
Oh! Jazza does get jumped though. The Reaper using Death Blossom, getting jet picks, so we're not going to be seeing a sound barrier being built.
Radix really messed up his bomb.
Yeah, the Primal coming out. It's looking to add aggression onto the Reaper. He does manage to get it, but Glacial is also going to get Joshua going down. Death Blossom coming out. It manages to split off the enemy team. And that was a messy fight, but how does C9 lose that?
Radix bomb gets stuck on the little like pole at the edge. Joe dies as he EMPs. So yes, the EMP goes off, but you don't have to follow up hacks or anything, right? And then they kind of just like hit press Q, thinking they would just win out of it all overall, but like it looks like SFG knew what they were going to use and played accordingly.
Yep, look, the Coalescence being used very early in this fight, but the counter sound barrier from Mancave going out there, taking the hard aggression. The Primal is but Jazza goes down first. He was close to an EMP. That's very crucial into this team fight. And now they're looking to finish off that Reaper. The damage is gone. The bomb is stuck in between the shields, so it's gonna get blocked, but still, San Francisco are able to win this fight, and Redix is gonna be going down. Just touching this point, they have about 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. Our Z9 gonna be able to hold this.
I think there is a good way for them to stabilize that they get value out of their ult and stop just assuming that once they hit Q they win the fight. It just looked like they lack coordination and target focus after the ultimates. Like they lack while SFG just scatters, waits out the ults and recontests after. Like they don't let you to get free ult. Like they don't let you do stuff for free. They contest every little thing you do, and that's why SFG is just good.
Yeah, look, Joel immediately using the sound barrier very early, but the counter EMP, gets used, and that gets everyone on the side of Z9. They're not able to follow up on it because it canceled the Death Blossom. Juice does get Glacial, but that's not going to matter much as the enemy team is now ready to finish you off. Coalesce is being used to try to save the Monkey, and they're trying to burst it down, but Monkey's being able to be saved by the edge of a thread, the payload being moved, but they're looking to get another pick. Z9 are going to be able to have a full regroup as they're now switching onto the Doomfist for the one-shot potential. The hack doesn't get able to use. The punch coming in, not finding anyone. He's looking to hide right into the pack room. Beast is going to be able to get the Doomfist, so they've lost that one-shot potential while the Primal's going out looking for any kind of pick. The Death Blossom coming out, and they're just pushing them off the point. There's no one to contest as they manage to cap with 4 minutes and 10 seconds.
I feel like they didn't track Jazz's EMP because, like, if you were tracking it, you would know that, like, if you don't get Jazz in the EMP, that they're just gonna counter EMP you. And from there, like, it was just a snowball.
Yeah, they didn't even touch point there. They had 2 people that were stuck in spawn by the Monkey, and I guess they just felt way too intimidated or forgot that, hey, we have to cap, or we have to contest it, or we're stuck in the 1 minute category. And honestly, it's not looking great for Z9.
Yeah, like, as I said, in the mirror, it's just a lot better for, like, in the mirror matchup, it looks like SFG has better coordination, better ult rotations, and, like, I think biggest thing to me is that they are better at playing around the other team's ults. Like, they always have counterplay available. They always know what to do when, like, the other team ults. While Z9 kind of is just like, let's just press Q.
I mean,
And nothing else.
That's pretty fair. I mean, Sanford are choosing a different composition this time on the defense. The more brawl. This is the spawn camping composition, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm yawning. Yeah, like, sort of. Okay, yeah, Jolt's and the Tracer now. Yeah, they're trying to play it slow and more of a traditional, like, pick comp. But versus the close hold, it's not really going to be that great.
The fight's being immediately used. The Ashe is being contested and manages to get picked off. The Mercy got lit off, wasn't able to heal. But Jolt manages to get Jazz, so now the fight's reversed in a 5v6. They're looking to finish it off, but Glacier's gonna get juiced. They don't have a main take anymore. The Tracer's looking for any type of pick. They're not able to get anything as Beast is gonna be getting the Ana, but Jolt is gonna be able to get Pascal. So the advantage is on the attacker's side. Their respawns are much faster, so they're able to get a bit more pressure. But Beast is just getting a pick on the Ashe again, so they're once again restarting the spawn. Beast does get low and is gonna be going down, so even for them, they're going to be waiting a bit for the Diva. But now they're going to be going on to the overtime. How crucial is this for Z9 not to mess up?
I mean, the only ult they're going to have really is like Prime. Like, they'll get Primal Bob and Nano, but they have to get massive value because, like,
yeah, look at that.
Just
immediately being used with the Death Blossom, and they're not even able to build up that Bob that they wanted because they just hard aggressed the moment that they got that Coalescence and Death Blossom, stopping them at the choke.
In an overtime push, like, the brawl comp they have, the way they held the close, you knew they were going to get ults first. And you can't play super slow in an overtime push. Like, if you play slow, then you lose point. Because, like, brawl, in general, is going to be able to control point better in these situations than, like, a poke comp. Right? Like, than a poke dive, like, hybrid, you know? Not, like, I don't even know what to call that comp. Like, I don't even know. But, yeah, I think it's more so they were able to control the objective, and then they used ults first. So, like, how Z9 didn't even have a shot to use ults at all.
Right, I'm going to ask you a bit of a rhetorical question. Do you think Z9 are able to hold for about 4 minutes and 10 seconds?
I think they might win one fight.
you know, I'll place a bet with you. I bet Z9 will be able to hold until maybe 2 minutes and 30 seconds or so.
Bro, that is, like, basically one fight.
Okay, listen here. Alright? We don't need to be statistical. That could be 2 fights, 2 really short fights. Who knows?
It's not going to be because they're playing back. So they're playing, yeah, so, like, they probably will hold the 230 because they're like, look how far back they're playing. But I'll take a bet where if minute 30, say minute 30.
Minute 30? Alright.
Okay.
Minute 30. Now they're going to be going out. They're sticking onto this dive with the Ashe, at damage boost Ashe, so they have the ability to one-shot the squishies, and I think that'll be massive to stop.
I definitely thought Jolt was gonna be his OTT for a second.
No,
the Gangu.
The Gangu. They're taking their time slowly. The point is halfway there. It's starting to reach, but the Dynamite coming out, and they're stalling them in. But look at that, the Reinhardt's being bursted down, and he's gonna go out. Beast does manage to get juice. And wait, nobody's contesting. They have to touch, and this is where the mistakes comes in. This is supports have to do anything they can to live. But Glacial is just pumping in the damage on them, and they just weren't able to sell it out.
They didn't even win a fight.
Yeah, they didn't even win a fight. We were both wrong, as San Francisco Glock are just able to win this in a clean 3-0.
Dorado definitely looked like the best for Z9. But I don't know if that says a lot about Z9 or more about San Fran.
I'd say let's give them a benefit of the doubt. It looks better on them because they warmed up. But, I mean, if they are now 0-2 within the league, so we're going to be, if they want to be able to beat other teams, there's going to be some form of significant improvement that they want.
Are we doing an interview, Akri?
Yeah, Navina, who do you...
Oh, am I supposed to stay in line? I would say... Let's talk... Oh, who did they interview last week? You know what? Can we interview Pascal? Okay, never mind. Can I interview Joshua? Am I allowed to interview Joshua?
I mean, you can, but he really doesn't want to. He just
Okay.
wants to be. Oh, he's gone. He just wants to be done with Overwatch for today.
Let's do Jazza then.
Jazz. Jetpick and Beast actually want to interview. So
Okay, you know what? Jetpick. We'll get Jetpick.
You know what, Jetpick? Yeah.
We'll get the graphics extraordinaire.
Okay.
You know, I felt that sentence of wanting to be done with the. You know, I really felt that.
Which casting booth are we in again? I forget.
Three.
Okay. Hi,
What's up?
Jetpick.
Hey, where's Beast?
Oh, you
Yeah,
want
we
me
get.
to-
Yeah,
let's just
we
do
went
both.
both of us. We went both of us.
Okay. I got you.
Oh, we're having a duo interview. Let's go.
I think Beast is muted. Can you like unmute him? Or is that
Probably
from his
sure
side?
is. Give me.
Alright.
Oh, yep. There we go. Hi, Beast.
True?
Cool.
Oh.
He's not muted. He's just not talking.
I accidentally turned myself on push to talk. What's up?
Impressive. Well, how do you both feel after your match against Z9?
I feel good about the win, but from like a personal standpoint, I was constantly dropping frames. So if I was spectated at any point during the stream, I'm gonna get made fun of.
I want to go to bed. I have work tomorrow.
Oh yeah, literally everyone is so tired
Yeah.
too. Like half the team had OD all day.
You'll be
Yeah,
sleeping like babies, though.
Yeah. We literally had to get this done like by 8, otherwise Pascal
Oh,
would have
true.
to leave.
We had to
Yeah,
speed
that's
run because
true. We
Pascal
had
had
to
to leave at
speedrun it.
9.
Oh my god.
might have done a little bit of trolling on the offense or on the defense, but that's all good.
No.
Really, I never would have guessed. I never would have ever guessed.
Just your Roadhog is meta.
He had 21 hook act. It's so good.
21 hook accuracy.
Dude,
or
well, what I
21
said
Yeah.
what I said was that he hits out of 100 hooks, he hits 21. I mean, 21's a lot. It's a lot of
Listen,
hooks in one game.
That's a legal drinking age.
Yeah.
Also true.
I mean, in baseball, you're really good if you bat like 300. So he would still suck in terms of like baseball batting average, but he tried his best.
Yeah, this is true. Huh.
But what questions do you have for them, Navino?
I guess. Honestly, like, why did you run the road? Like, I get the Zen Mercy comp, but I also like was also like why the. So I guess my first question: why the Rhine? Like, I know it's been run at higher, like at an OD and stuff instead of the Winston, but I guess like what is the reasoning behind the Rhine in like the Sombra Reaper comp?
If you want an official answer, it's because you run Rhine to get a more like. It's easier to play Brawl with the Rhine for one, and for two, it gives you like a higher floor because Shatter is an easier ult to get value off of than Primal, because Primal involves a lot more mechanics to get really good value off of and knowledge of how to like split. But Shatter is you press Q when the shield is down if you time it right, and it's you speed on it, and that's victory.
Yeah. Most of the time we're just gonna end up. Or you just run Rhine on like brawly maps, like I can world first, and then we would have played Winston under auto if we cared more.
But the real reason we played Rhine is Joshua said, I want to play Rhine and listen to sad music. So that's what he did. And he's really good at it. So
That's fair.
What, the playing around or the listening to sad music?
I mean, if it works, it works,
Oh man, I mean, that makes sense. I guess for really my question, I only really have one: is what do you think Z9's major issue was that allowed you guys to just speedrun that game?
I think they're a lot weaker without their like with Ultra still suspended for like half the season, and I think, although I think Juice is a very solid player, I think the upgrade from Juice to Ultra is pretty significant. So I think they're honestly just pulling a kind of like an end of season one San Francisco Shock, where they're kind of building up the roster first, like during the season. Because I also know that they have some plans for like mid-season pickups that they've been talking about a little bit.
That I know.
Yeah, Beast
because
knows because he's on the team. I don't totally know the inner works of it.
It's literally my idea for it, but I'm not gonna speak on it.
Yeah,
fair enough. I think you guys looked really clean. And even in the more trolly comp, as you said yourself, like you guys look pretty good. Pascal's an animal. And then Jepic is okay.
thanks.
Jepic is really good at the video game.
Dude,
I love. I literally just spec M key, and then I just watched the Lucio 1v1s and it was fun.
I actually didn't notice those were going on. How'd those go, Jepic?
There were not Lucio 1v1s. He's lying.
Okay.
I kind of
There's
just like
one where I got MP to lower health and then we both ran away.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. I was like,
That's
this
beta.
This
We'll work on it.
This is riveting.
Yeah,
stuff.
you're right.
Yeah, but I mean, Navina, do you have anything left to say to them? Because I really
Nah, bro. I really am bad at like these questions on the spot type things. So yeah.
All right. Well, I don't really have anything else. I think we can all agree that today was a pretty tiring day, so you all get to go sleep like little children.
What are the scores of the other two games right now? Do y'all know?
I don't know. Well, Ackery dividing, you know.
Chads are currently up 2-0 on Love Muffin. It's currently up 1-0 on Easy Clap.
Apparently, Flawless got his PC
yeah.
Got what?
So they don't have this Flawless. Their main tank got his PC unplugged by his dad.
That's
Oh,
weird.
Yeah, he's back on.
Got a nice eat on
So
the
Swift main tank about to pull up and
No,
Yeah.
Flawless is back.
Oh,
I'm
he's
looking
back?
at
Yeah, he's
now.
back, but
That's good,
apparently
that's
that's what happened. Is that he just unplugged his PC.
That's a feels bad moment. Imagine having parents.
True.
Parents help pay for college. I'm not saying shit. Parents are great.
That's fair. I mean, I'm old. I'm a boomer, so like,
Yeah.
by boomer I mean I graduated college in May. But you know, like,
Weird.
Yeah.
All right, but you guys are free to go and do whatever you guys do. I don't really know. It's my first time meeting you guys. It's great.
Yeah. Speaking of free, can we talk about one last thing and talk about how Bun is not free
yeah,
yet?
can we free Bun?
Can we free Bun?
I don't think we can, no.
We can free Bun. We're gonna go talk. I'm gonna go talk to Zero right now. Oh wait, where the fuck?
Let's go free Bun.
Oh yeah, wait. Ultra streaming. All right, I'm gonna go to Gorilla Group. All right.
have fun, guys. Good
yeah.
games.
Yeah, GG's. Shout out Z9. Cool guys.
Yeah.
And I've spent most of the day painting my room, and I've got to say I'm glad and both upset that this game ended in a 3-0. You know?
I can eat dinner now.
Well, I'm glad that you can not eat Chick-fil-A, Navino. You have to have a healthy balance. But thank you, everyone, for staying in tune for the expert game. Make sure to check out any other games and games happening into the future of League Zero. My name is Intel. This is Navino from Chick-fil-A, and I thank you for watching.
The Chicken Man. See you guys.